Hey guys, I want to talk to you today about one of my favorite stories in the Bible. It's about the invalid who was healed at the Pool of Bethesda. Now let me give you a little bit of a background here on the Pool of Bethesda, because if you don't know the story or you don't really understand, a lot of this story doesn't make sense. The tradition in Jewish culture was that people that were invalids, blind, just the truly unhealthy people would live around these pools called healing pools. One of those was the Pool of Bethesda. And the tradition said that an angel would come down and stir the pool. And the first person into the pool after the angel had stirred it would be healed. So all these people would congregate around these pools. They would actually sleep there, live there, try to get a better placing in the pool so that they could be healed. Well, one day Jesus is in Jerusalem and he comes to the Pool of Bethesda. Now, I want you to picture this for a second. This pool is surrounded by people who are ill, who are lame, who are blind. All of the unhealthy people congregate there. There's no room to hardly move in this pool area, I should say. Jesus comes up to this pool area and he sees a lame man sitting on his mat. And he goes directly over to him and asks him one of the strangest questions I think there is in the Bible. He asks this lame man, "Do you want to get well?" Now, when I read that, I was like, well, duh, of course he wants to get well. I mean, he's lame, he can't move off his mat, and he's somehow gotten himself to a healing pool so that he can be healed. But when you really dissect this story, I absolutely love the fact that Jesus asked this lame man, "Do you want to be healed?" Let's take a step back for a moment and really see this picture again. There's a lot of people around these pools. Let's just say, and let's envision, I'm totally using a lot of imagination here, but I'm guessing that this man was not close to the pool. I'm guessing he was kind of on the outskirts of the pool. I'm guessing that he wasn't making any effort to get nearer. You know, I'm guessing he'd been there. Now, this lame man, the one thing I left out here was that he had been lame for 38 years. What has he done in 38 years to get himself closer to the pool? And Jesus knew all this. Jesus saw inside his heart. And so Jesus asked the question, "Do you want to get well?" And it made me start thinking about humans in general. Our human tendency is to say we want things, right? I mean, how many of you have said, "I want a career," or "I want money," or "I want to be healthy"? Okay? How many of you have said that you wanted a career, but you never took the classes or went to college to get it? How many of you said that you want more money, but you haven't went out and worked harder? How many of you who want more money go out and buy a lottery ticket and hope that it happens? How many people say they want to be healthier, but they don't eat well or exercise, or they do it for short periods of time? Jesus knew what he was doing when he asked that man, "Do you want to get well?" He was looking for what was in the heart. And I think so many of us, so many times, say we want things. But what Jesus was really asking him was, are you willing to do what it takes? Are you willing to work for it? Are you willing to really change? Because this man had been like this for 38 years. You know, he had probably been a beggar for 38 years. Think about what his life was going to look like after he could walk. No longer could he beg. He would probably have to go out and get a job. Jesus was asking him, are you ready for the changes? Are you ready to be well? And I think a lot of us need to ask that same question before we decide that we want to make changes in our life. I've been a trainer, I've been a coach for 14 years. And I've had a lot of people come to me and say, I want to lose weight. I want to run this race. I want to do this. I want to do that. And none of their actions followed what their wants were. So this is the question I'm going to leave you with today. And I want you to really think about it. And I want you to ponder it at a heart level. Do you really want to get well?